Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, One Punch Man Season 2 Episode 11. Last time we get the fight between Garou and several other A-class and B-class heroes. And yes, we saw just a glimpse of said fight, and we saw a glimpse of a very interesting character called Glasses. Um, which is interesting for those who have read the manga. And yeah, I know, oh yeah, this elitist bastard, the manga is just better. Well, in this case, yes. I'm sorry, but yeah, in this case, the manga is a lot better than the freaking anime. I'm sorry to tell you this, but that is true. But other than that, this is important in the manga because, yeah, the story of this guy is in a special episode. It's not serialized and you cannot tell in which part of this story arc is taking place. So yeah, I don't think they are going to put it in the anime. So, but still, I'm holding my tongue because I don't want to spoil anything in case they did put it on an anime. Perhaps in an OVA, perhaps not. I don't know. But anyway, I'm starting to rambling about something else. Yeah, let's just cut this because this is genuinely something I'm excited for. This is something I wanted to see. I wanted to see this fight. Hopefully they are not going to disappoint you this time. But anyway, yeah, let's just cut all of these and watch the episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time, and I must confess, a third time. Yeah, I know, weird for me in this case. The 11th episode of the second season. Why I said this is weird for me? One Punch Man's second season hasn't been quite spectacular. It has been disappointing for me. It has been kind of a letdown for me. I was expecting so much more from it. Even though I knew the story was going to be a little bit different, it wasn't going to be just in the same way as season 1 was. It was still disappointing because the quality of the animation really dropped drastically in comparison with the first season. But this episode, I am not going to say that this was in the same level. No, I don't think it is still on the same level. But it was a lot better. It was genuinely good. And I think you saw my reaction. I think you saw how I was smiling back then when I was watching the video. Because yeah, it genuinely brings a smile to me. Even though the episode started kind of slow, giving us a lot more information about the fight we were about to witness. What is the motives of these A-class and B-class heroes? Why they didn't bring an S-class hero? Because yes, an S-class, just one S-class alongside with all of them, it will have been a pretty tight fight, a pretty perhaps even more inclined to the hero side than Garou side. Alongside obviously with all the other factors that are against Garou in this case, that he is weak, he has been fighting with a lot of people, and even he has received a beating by Saitama without even knowing Saitama, I mean. And yes, the defeat against Watchdog Man and all of them. Yeah. And of course, the poison of the arrows. Yeah, everything that has been accumulating that obviously make Garou a lot weaker. And I mean weaker than his previous form or his maximum strength. Because yes, Garou is obscenely strong, as we can see in this episode and as we saw in previous episodes. How the way he learned new techniques. In this episode is shown some of that. While he imitate or learn, I don't know how to call it, the technique of fighting from Watchdog Man. Even though Garou is in a weak state, he was able to withstand the power of all these heroes. But again, when an S-class hero appears, that is a different story. But of course, the pride of these heroes that believe that everybody only respects S-class the fact that they want to show that they are more powerful than the S class, and that they deserve more or the same respect as the S class receives, that's their downfall. Their pride is their downfall. But it was a very spectacular fight. Again, we saw more about Garou in this episode. We saw how it believes that, yes, the hero of the cartoons, of the animation, of whatever you want to call it, the stories that kids listen, the kids watch, yeah, he wanted to see the other perspective, the perspective of a monster that he wanted to protect the sea. And yes, in this flashback, everything is pointed that actually I think it was Justice, the name of the hero, is not as heroic as you might think, the way Garou remembers it. But obviously this is Garou's perspective. Anyway, yeah, we saw more about the psychology of Garou. That, yeah, he really wants the monster to win. He doesn't want justice to prevail, let's say. And when the action kick in, before obviously this kind of slow pace, because yes, we need this, it's part of the story, we got a pretty spectacular fight. I'm not going to say again that this is in the same level as season 1, but it's pretty good. The way of the movements, it feels more natural. Well, not more natural, more fluent. I think that is the perfect word to describe this, and it is not slow, because a lot of the fights in previous episode felt slow. Even they shouldn't feel slow. They feel like that. But this one, no, this feels fast, this feels dynamic. You kind of feel the punches, you kind of see the consequences of the punches, not just by the sound, but by the consequences of the same punches. And yes, the only thing I have a problem is with the angles. Again, kind of boring angles, but the action is good enough for you to kind of forget all of these. It's pretty spectacular, and the way he deals with all the heroes, even against Gatling Hero, I think it is. Well, I don't remember his exact name, and all his bullets. He's capable of withstanding bullets. That's how powerful Garou really can become. And yes, once the bullets are off, he deals with the friggin' hero pretty easily. And yes, we see the size of how this child sees Garou now as a monster, because he defeated a lot of heroes that he admired. But still, Garou never had the intention of attacking the kid. Never. There is no doubt in my mind, because of everything that is going on in the manga later on, or what is going on during the anime or in the manga before. So yeah, I'm 100% sure of that he will never damage a kid. And this is a good representation of that. And of course, then with the arrival of Genos, we saw another spectacular fight. That is, again, good choreography, good fighting, good punches, good sound effects. Perhaps a little bit exaggerated in the sound effects, but it's pretty good. And I seriously mean this is a pretty good fight. It's, again, dynamic. We saw different types of fighting styles, and we saw a Genos more powerful. This is something I really like, because yes, this is how the fight went in the manga. They are pretty equal in kind of a strength, at least in the current state of Garou. They are pretty equal. We got the little interruption from the fight thanks to a funny moment between Saitama and King. And yes, this is obviously to kind of a comic relief, but also to show you that Saitama actually worries about Genos, so that's why he is going to go after them, because of the scene and of the portrayals that we saw, because he starts to remember that yes, Genos is not all powerful. And then obviously continue with the fight between Garou and Genos. We're shown how adaptable Garou really is, because he can learn the movements of somebody who has previously bested him. That is how amazing and the genius of Garou, because he's a martial artist genius. But of course the fight is interrupted by the Monster Association, which of course is not something that worries Genos much because of the improvements that he had received. And the fight is interrupted once more, but now thanks to Bang and his brother, obviously. And this is when we're going to see a confrontation between master and a student. We're going to see this, and we're going to see kind of a fight between, obviously, the monsters and the brother. And this is something we saw that I didn't remembering from the manga. This is not something I remember seeing in the manga. The moment that Garou arrives to the dojo, to Silverfang dojo. It's kind of a cute moment, and yeah, we start to see that Silverfang has a soft spot for Garou. And the episode is cut just before the fight between these two, between Garou and Silverfang. And that is the end of the episode. And yes, my excitement exploded in that moment. And again, this is a great episode. I think this is the first great episode of the season. This is the first one I feel so happy while watching it. Honestly, in previous episode, it was kind of boring with a hints here and there of excitement. But this one is genuinely... I don't know if it was well timed or it was really genuinely spectacular, but I really enjoyed this episode a lot. It is a perfect episode? No, of course not. There are details that I did not like about it. But I think those little details, which of course I'm going to speak about... Okay, yes, before that, yes, I'm going to speak about these little details. Just when I was started to say, oh, perhaps they are not going to show us what really happened to Glasses, bam, in the episode they show us. It is not exactly, obviously it's not exactly as what we saw in the manga. And I was a little bit disappointed in a detail. I was really liking it, that flashback. There is just a little I would love for them to mention. In the end, the scene is it's very similar. They try to shorten it thanks to the time constrictions of the anime. But they did a pretty good job until the end. In the end, they should have mentioned what really motivates Glasses to become a better hero. I'm going to speak about this scene because I don't think we're going to get it in its entirety later on. Yeah, Glasses joins the Fubuki group and they start to dealing with different villains. They fight this kind of, fan villain. I don't know why, but anyway. And of course, they are defeated. Even Fubuki couldn't defeat this villain or this monster until, obviously, Tatsumaki arrived, defeats the monster, and takes Fubuki away. An unconscious Fubuki away. Obviously, everybody else is kind of defeated, but the monster reconstructs itself, and that's when they say, oh my god, you are done for. And yeah, Glasses is one of them. Then, obviously, we saw Saitama arrive and destroy the monster. The same existential crisis that Glasses had before is the same in the manga. That, oh my god, I'm not cut to do this. And yeah, the same speech. Saitama, I don't remember if it's the same speech or is something similar. But yeah, it kind of motivates him. But Glasses is still not completely motivated. He said, oh, he obviously is the son of a rich guy and he paid training and all the enhancement that could have, or he has the hereditary powers of somebody else. Yeah, he was starting to think, oh yeah, this is a hero because he inherits something from somebody else. Until Saitama said, oh my god, I'm going to be late for this sale. And that is when Glasses realized that Saitama, in all other aspects except his strength, is the same as him. He's struggling with life, he's struggling with the sales, he wants to live by the day, and he's just like him. And then he makes an effort, he can become just like Saitama. And this is why Glasses is so powerful, because he is a normal human being, just like Saitama, who trained hard, just like Saitama, and he will become powerful. Obviously not as powerful as Saitama, but yeah, the effort is there, and he arrived into a B point, into a B class hero. So Glasses is very, very spectacular fighter. Yeah, I was disappointed of the punchline that really motivates Glasses. Once he saw Saitama as a normal human being, with a lot of effort put into his training, yes, but normal nonetheless. That is my only complaint about Sin, because yes, I speak about this one in the previous episode. Don't try to make the anime exactly as the manga. You have to change it, you have to give it the same aura, the same sensation, but you can change the angles, you can change the pacing. And this is something that they did pretty good here in the anime. The only detail I did not like about that flashback, as I said before, is the last part. But the rest, I really like it, because yes, they have the constriction of time. The other minor detail that I did not like is how they changed the hair from white to red of Garou. I don't know why. I don't know if that was the original idea of one, that actually Garou has a different hair color, because yeah, in the manga obviously you don't see that. It's just black and white, and it still preserves the white color of the hair. Only the eye is different. Yeah, that is correct. That is actually correct. It's kind of a mid transformation between a human and a monster, or at least that's what I think it represents. But I did not remember him being portrayed as the red hair. Yeah, especially being so instantaneous. Perhaps if they show it how it gradually transforms and goes beyond and all of that, perhaps I will be comfortable with that transformation. But it feels kind of jarring to see just white and bomb in the next scene red. What the hell? It was kind of weird. But those are honestly minor details in this good episode, in this great episode that we just witnessed. It is pretty good. I have to say this was a great episode. This was the first episode of the second season that left me with this sensation of excitement for the next one. To this level. Not even with the great cliffhanger before the fight, before Goketsu fight, or before Saitama defeat Goketsu. This was, I think, better. I was really enthusiastic in this episode. So yeah, kudos to JC staff. They did something great here. They genuinely did. Yeah, I don't have anything to say. I really enjoyed this episode. And yeah, I hope my analysis has been correct from all the things that I said. And I hope you enjoy this reaction / commentary. And I have nothing else to say, so thank you for your attention and see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.